This program is supported by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Their full-service model offers oil delivery, propane, motor fuels with design, installation, service, and maintenance of all types of oil, gas, and alternative energy systems, as well as air conditioning, water conditioning systems, and backup generators. Their highly trained and friendly staff will assist you throughout the process of buying, installing, and servicing a full line of energy products. H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating.
Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel, coming to you from the Lake Queen here in Sunapee Harbor, owned by the Fenton family. They are well known in this area, and I'm so excited to chat with them all about the family history and about the two tour boats and Fenton's Landing and Appleseed. There's a lot happening. I'm now joined by Big P and Mary Beth Fenton. Hello.
Hello.
Thank you for having us in this beautiful, I have to admit, I haven't been on the Lake Queen yet, so this is fun to see.
Oh,
Well, thank
neat.
you.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the history first, because obviously you go way back. You have multiple businesses. It's now family owned and operated. Tell me about the history of just everything having to do with the Fenton family.
We met and were married in Connecticut. I'm from a catering family. Peter is from a long-term family-type restaurant
Sure.
in Connecticut. I went to school in Vermont, and when we got married, we decided we would like to eventually live in northern
Great.
New England. So we just started to look around and see what we could find. And in the meantime, we had repeat, which you'll meet later.
Yeah.
But, we found this abandoned building in Bradford.
Okay. Oh, it was abandoned.
It was left for 2 years, and the previous tenants had walked away and left the restaurant food in the fridges, and so it was really quite a disaster.
Wow.
And so family got together.
A lot of family help.
Yeah, to get it started.
Oh,
Yeah, to help
clean
us.
it up and get it started.
And where did the name Appleseed come from?
It was on the building.
No way, meant to be.
Yeah.
How perfect. So then talk about how you ended up here in the harbor. You now have the tour boat that goes out daily, this dinner boat that you can do for charters, and the dinner, and then Fenton's Landing for everything you need for your boat and a day out on the lake.
Yeah.
Repeat went to work for Captain Dave when he owned the boats and helped him. Worked for him for a season. At the end of the season, he had everything shut down. He got a chance for, I think it was 3 more jobs.
Got it.
So he was talking to Pete, and Repeat said, "Why don't you let us try it?"
The food.
Got it.
Food. We did. It worked out well, and we took over doing it. There was a change in ownership, and so it has just continued until finally one day the owner of the Kearsarge came down to the restaurant and said, "You guys be interested in buying it?"
No way.
And that's how the whole thing got started.
So bring us up to present day. I mean, for those that are local, they know about the Lake Queen that we're on right now coming to Sunapee, which was a very big deal. It got a lot of coverage. It was a big process. But why do you continue season after season to be here in the harbor?
Well, we found that we love the harbor.
Yes.
We love being here.
Love New Hampshire.
Yeah. And when our other sons came into the business, Tim married a Sunapee girl, and so he's very tied to Sunapee and her family, who originally owned the boats.
And it was Captain Dave's daughter.
Hardwell.
Right. Okay. Yes.
And so then, buying one boat led to buying the other boat, and we also needed to expand our businesses because both sons had decided to be involved.
Sure.
So we needed to have 3 sources of income.
Things for them to do.
Right. Yes. And so then the landlord had approached us about renting the landing, what is now Fenton's Landing, because they needed a tenant. And we sort of kind of fell into that.
I love it, though. It's very
fun.
necessary. As someone who lives in the harbor, I frequent there quite often. So we love that it's there and very convenient.
Have you ever had an egg sandwich here?
Yo, have I ever. And the cinnamon buns.
Oh, good.
I always go in with the intention of not having a cinnamon bun, and then they're sitting right there. And how do you say no? They're the best part. So talk about just it being a family business. I mean, obviously you're very family oriented to be in family business together, but that doesn't work for everybody.
Now, at the end of the night, we're
Sure.
great.
Okay.
We're
No.
very lucky. Repeat and I work at Appleseed Restaurant together. And we do bark sometimes, but we're doing.
Right.
Tim, after he graduated from college, was heading that way. And he did stuff for a couple of years, and then he came back.
Yeah.
And as he just, almost the same time he came back is when the whole ownership of the Kearsarge. And so they've both been involved. Tim pretty much manages this.
Yep.
And keeps an eye on the landing. Pete manages the restaurant, and he also keeps an eye on the landing. So they're pretty busy. It's summer and fall is crazy.
Yes.
But we love it.
Yes.
But we're also glad when Columbus Day comes because we all can take a little bit of a breath.
A little bit of a breather before the holiday season starts,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
So before I let you go, talk about what you hope for the future of all these things that you've created, all these wonderful businesses. I mean, obviously families involved, so that's helpful. You have generations hopefully coming up. But what's your hope, the both of you, for the business and the legacy that you've left here?
Well, I think Peter and I are looking to stepping back a little bit
Yeah.
and enjoying some retirement
Yes.
time. But at the same time, we love all of the businesses
know.
and we keep involved.
Yep.
And so, but Peter and Tim have really stepped up and they're ready to take things on.
We call ourselves Appleseed family, but it encompasses a whole lot of people from when we first bought the place to where we are now. We have people that have worked for us for 15 years.
Right.
It's just been very amazing, and the help has been very amazing.
Well, it's crucial. I mean, you couldn't do it just on your own. So it's wonderful that you have family, but I know that there's more than just family who have become your family, which
Yes.
is fantastic. Yes.
Yep.
Well, and I'm sure you don't know how to necessarily be slow-paced because the restaurant industry is
Right.
not a slow-paced, easy sort of come-as-you-go industry. So I bet retirement would be a very change of pace for you.
It would, it would.
Well, I hope that you feel such great success when you come into the harbor and see Fenton's and both boats, and I know the Appleseed in Bradford, and all that you do and give back to the community. And it's so wonderful to be able to chat with you about this, but also to be hosted on the wonderful Lake Queen. Big Pete and Mary Beth, thank you so much for having us and for chatting, and congratulations on wonderful success.
Thank you
We
so
appreciate
much.
it. Thank you.
We appreciate it.
When we come back, I'll visit with Repeat Fenton and hear about how he got his name and the family's efforts to make the beauty on our Lake Sunapee available to everyone. But first, these words from one of the good underwriters of your Yankee Chronicle.